So today we will cover third classical problem of synchronization, which is known as dining philosopher dining philosopher problem. As the name is suggesting, it is some problem related to dining philosopher, right? So it is a uh, mainly it is a resource allocation problem. Resource allocation problem where we are ensuring efficient resource allocation, right. uh, the problem states that there are five philosophers. Let's say philosopher 1, which are sitting around five philosophers which are sitting around a table, and in the center of a table there is rice bowl, and there are five chopsticks. There are five chopsticks sticks, and those philosophers are sitting around the table in orderly manner. Like if processor if philosopher 1 is P0, then at the right of P0 there is philosopher P1. On that right of philosopher P1 there will be P2, P3 and P4. We can name them P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 also, but for easiness, for easy understanding purpose, we have named them as we start from array start from 0, right? That's why we name them from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there will be, the problem is, there are five philosophers, there are five chopsticks. Every philosopher has its own plate, and there is one rice bowl in the table, right? And the task of philosopher task is to think and to eat. So there is two tasks for the philosopher, which is think and eat. As we know that philosopher used to think, right? The task of the philosopher is always to think and find some new ideas or new theories, like, right. So the problem is here that five philosophers are there, which are sitting around a table, a dining table, and in the table there is a rice bowl, and there is five chopsticks, right? So because there are five chopsticks and five philosophers, that means every philosopher need, if 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 any time, if a philosopher is thinking, that means he will not interact with each other, right? And whenever they feel hungry, they will start eating, and for eating they need, every philosopher need two chopsticks. That means we need 10 counts of chopsticks, but what we have, but we don't have 10 chopsticks, we have only 5 chopsticks. That means we are limited in the resources. So in this problem, whenever a philosopher want to eat, it needs 2 chopsticks, and if the chop he can pick only those chopsticks which are free. So this is really a problem of resource allocation, where we are allocating resources efficiently. We want that if multiple philosophers want to eat, they can eat in the optimized manner. Why we are saying in optimized manner? Because we know there are 5 philosophers and we have only 5 chopsticks, and every philosopher who wants to eat needs two chopsticks. So that's why if all 5 started same time, started eating same time, then it could not be possible, because you have only half resources which are required. That's why to solve the if somehow our solution can solve this resource allocation problem at par of the optimized solution, we can say that the solution given by the algorithm or developer is efficient enough to synchronize resource allocation problem, right? So what we have to do, we will provide solution for this dining philosopher problem by using our semaphores, right? So for easiness, what we can do, we are naming every chopsticks with their name. So first philosopher at the left of the philosopher. See, this is the left of philosopher 1. This is the right of philosopher 2. So we will start. Every philosopher who wants to eat will start from left. He must start picking the chopstick from the left side first. Then it came to the right. So it is the condition for solving the problem, and what will be the problem we will see, right? So we are naming chopstick also with the index numbering 0, right? So chopstick 1, this left side of p0 will be chopstick 0, it will be chopstick 1, it will be chopstick 2, it will be chopstick 3, it will be chopstick 4, right? So let us write conditions for this problem. Conditions. First condition, when philosopher think it don't interact with other. This is common sense. Obviously, if someone is thinking, will not discuss it with any another at that time, with other at that time, right? Second condition, when philosopher felt hungry, he will pick two nearest chopsticks, first left, then right one, right? This is the condition. And third, philosopher cannot pick chopstick which are in use. So this is also a common sense, right? So these are the conditions we must fulfill using our solution, right? Our solution must fulfill these conditions, right? So let us see how we can solve this. Our solution, for the solution purpose, we will represent each chopstick, each chopstick with semaphore, with semaphore. That means we will have an array of semaphore for chopsticks. In the same way, like chopstick 0, we will have semaphore as 0. Chopstick 1, we will have semaphore as 1. Chopstick 2, we will have semaphore as 2. Chopstick 3, we will have semaphore as 3, and chopstick 4, we will have as 4. And all the semaphores will be initialized with 1, right? So this is the first assumption of our solution, right? Second, what we can do after having semaphores for chopsticks, we ensure that each philosopher will grab chopstick by weight operation on it. Weight operation, and release, as for the previous solutions we did, for everyone wants to use the resource, we'll have to perform weight operation on that first, and release by signal operation on that particular resource, right? So the shared, we will use shared semaphore, and which will be initialized by 1, right? So let us check the solution code for our solution, which is very simple. Do philosopher has to wait on chopstick I first. That means what it is doing, it is simply saying that for the left chopstick. Okay, let us discuss it later. Next, after that, the philosopher need to wait on chopstick I plus 1 mode 5, right? And then if both operations perform successfully, then only it can execute its critical section, or what it is eating. Eating is the critical section of philosopher process, right? Okay, after eating, that means after completing its critical section, the philosopher need to signal chopstick I first, then signal chopstick I plus 1 modulo 5, right? Okay, then you can start thinking, that means remainder section, and after that it can repeat the task y1. So this is our solution by using our semaphore. See, this is not the exact code for the dining philosopher problem. It will be very large, but we are only providing pseudocode. We are providing the solution by pseudocode only, where we are expressing our solution using only semaphores, operations on semaphores, right? So let us understand it first, right? So every process, every philosopher, let us say, if philosopher 1, that means P0, wants to eat, then what it has to do, it has to first pick its left chopstick, right? First it has to pick its left chopstick, right? So that's why it is performing wait on chopstick I. Chopstick I means we will initialize I from 0, right? So for process 0, that means process 0, chopstick 0 will be picked, which is the left side of that particular philosopher, right? After getting left chopstick only, it will go for second chopstick, which is placed at right of that particular philosopher, right? So it has to wait on right one. So this code is waiting for right chopstick, right? Now you may understand, like, until and unless both the chopsticks are available, the philosopher uh, cannot pick them, and if they cannot pick both the two chopsticks, they cannot eat, right? So before eating, the philosopher need to verify or check the status of chopsticks, right? Which is, first it need to check for left chopstick, and second it needs to check right chopstick, right? And after, if both the operations performed successfully, that means that particular philosopher is getting one value of 1 for both the chopsticks only, then only it can perform wait operation. And if it has successfully performed wait operation on chopstick left and right, then only it can start eating. Okay, after eating, he will do, that philosopher will do, he will simply release that particular chopstick. So here, in these two, here it is picking chopstick, or here it is releasing chopstick, right? So first it will release left chopstick using signal operation on chopstick I, and second it will release right chopstick using signal operation on chopstick, right? So see, if ith value is 0, if ith value I is 0, then left chopstick will be C0 and right chopstick will be C1. See, 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1 mod 5, that means 1 mod 5, 1 mod 5 equals to 1, right? So this is the problem, this is the solution we have given, and this solution will work very fine, but it has a problem of deadlock here. We can see, for making you understand it, this solution this solution has deadlock in one case. Deadlock in one case, which is when all philosophers started eating at the same time, or preempted, we can say preempted, right? After preempted, after this statement, after this statement, right? Let us understand it. So what we have assumed that process philosopher P0, P1, P2, P3, P4, there are five philosophers, right? Okay, we have used semaphores S0, S1, S2, S3, S4, which all are initialized by 1, right? By 1. S0 for chopstick 1, chopstick 0. We are using semaphore S0 for chopstick 0, or we can directly say chopstick 0, right? But for understanding purpose, for easiness, so that we cannot be confused, for chopstick 1 there is a semaphore we are using S0. For chopstick 1 we will use S1. For chopstick 2 we will use semaphore S2. For chopstick 3 we will use semaphore as S3, and for chopstick 4 we will use semaphore as S4. So we are using array of semaphore, right? So let us understand, if when if process P0 started first eating, right? Let us understand, if process P0 started eating, then what will it will do? It will simply first pick left side of its chopstick, then right side of. So first it will check for chopstick 0. It will perform wait on chopstick 0. So it will perform on S0, and after that it will perform on S1. That means if it has started eating, what it will do, it will simply update its value to 0, because it has performed wait, right? It has performed wait on chopstick 0, and in the similar way it has performed wait on chopstick 1, right? Chopstick 1, that means it has already updated it to 0. Now if P1 wants to eat, if P1 wants to eat, let us check. It will first update chopstick 1, then chopstick 2. That means it will make changes to chopstick 1 and chopstick 2. In a similar manner, P2 philosopher 2 will use chopstick 2 and chopstick 3. This because it is left chopstick, it is right chopstick, right? And in the similar way, as philosopher 3 will use first S3, then S4. In the same way, P4 will use S4 first and then S0. See, philosopher 4 will first pick S4 or C4. We are chopstick 4, because it is left side of it, and then it will go for chopstick 0, which is right side of it, right? Right. Now check it. Philosopher 0 has updated the value for S0 and S1, right? That means it has started it is in critical section now. Critical section now. Now if P at the same time P1 wants to execute its critical section, whether it can do so or not. So it will go for S1, but it is getting value of S1 as 0, that's why it cannot do so for. That means it will be blocked for that time. Let's say now P3 wants to execute its critical section at the same time when P0 is doing so. Let us check. P2 will perform on S2, and for S2 it is getting value 1, that means it can perform. Okay, for S3 it is getting 1. Okay, that's why it can perform wait on these, right? So P2 also can execute its critical section, right? Let us check for P3. As P2 already updated S3 to 0, that means P3 cannot move ahead without executing wait. That's why it will also be blocked. And now check the last process will check for S4. Yes, it is getting 1, that means it can go for wait operation, but at the second turn it will wait on S0, but S0 is 0. That what it means, it means P0 is in critical section, right? That's why it cannot be executed. Critical section of P4 will not be executed, right? So this is the normal case. Now understand, this is the normal case where two philosophers out of these five can execute their critical section. That means they can eat uh, they can eat simultaneously, right? But why it is happening? Because why they both are able to execute their critical section at the same time? Why? Because see the diagram. If this process P0 process is eating, then obviously P1 and P4 is cannot eat, because both are dependent. Both threes are all these threes are dependent on each other, but P4 can eat. Why so? Because P4 need this chopstick and this chopstick, C2 and C3, which doesn't belong to P0, right? P0 belong to C1 and C0. That's why it is possible that two philosophers can go into the critical section at the same time. So there is no problem. That means our solution is working, right? But now let us understand how deadlock is happening here. When the deadlock will happen? Let us understand. Let me choose different color. See, now we are discussing second case, which is deadlock condition. Now we are discussing deadlock condition. How deadlock could be happen? Let us check. If at a single point our condition is philosopher will first pick left and then pick right? So deadlock will happen if all five philosophers start eating at the same time. That means they will start picking their left, right, at the same time. So what happens if P0 picked C0, P1 picked C1, P2 picked C2, P3 pick C5, C3, P4 pick C4. That's that. So what will happen? All five chopsticks are up. That means none of the chopsticks are now available for any philosopher on the table, right? That means all the five processes are waiting for each other. That there is circular wait, right? So that's why the deadlock is creating here. So if any time all the processes P0, P1, P3, P4 will update S0, S1, S2, S3, S4 at the same time to 0, that means this will come to busy waiting. That means at the second step, when they all wanted to pick their right chopstick, they will not get it because all chopsticks are busy. That's why this condition will lead to deadlock, right? Or there may be the second chance. This is the one case, and there will be the second chance, which we are saying that preemption, right? Let us understand. If 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 p0, right, if p0 executed this statement number one, first wait, it has executed and just started to, it started to execute second wait, what happens, the preemption appears and p1 got the chance. So what happens here, p0 has updated s0 to 0 but s1 is not updated, and in the same way s1 is updated to 0. See, in the same way, when P1 came and P1 executed first wait, at the same time again preemption occur and P2 came to the system. That means S1 set to the 0 by P1 and S2 is still 1. In the same way, P2 will do S2, set S2 to 0, right? S2 to 0 and S3 remain 1. And the similar way, if P3 has executed first wait, that means S3 set to 0 by P3, philosopher 3, and when it started to work on S4, the preemption occurs and P5 appears. That means S4 remains 1. After that, when S5 started has executed first wait, that means S4 becomes 0, and S0, when it started to work on S0, it has preempted, that means S0 remains 0. So now this is the same condition. Now this is the same condition. Now S0 has become 0, S1 0, S2 0, S3 0, S4 0. That means all the 5 chopsticks are updated to 0. That means semaphore are updated to 0. That means all the chopsticks are engaged by every processes. That means every process has its left chopstick, right? That means it is also a deadlock condition. So this solution can lead to deadlock. And how we can solve it? We can simply solve it by whether we say solution of deadlock, we can say that there could be only 4 philosophers at the same time, right? There could be only 4 philosophers at the same time on the dining table. That's why, but it is not a proper solution because you are changing the base of the problem. The problem is there that there are 5 philosophers and you are changing the base of the problem. That means that you are not giving the solution, right? You are changing your problem, right? So the next solution, what we can think of, is that the the pattern all philosophers are doing, that they will first choose left then choose right, right? If all the philosophers except one, anyone, it could be anyone changed this pattern and started to pick right first and then left second, then this problem could be solved. Now let us check. If we allow any one of the philosopher to pick to reverse the working method of our philosopher, then we can solve this deadlock condition. How? See here, p0, p1, p2, p3, p4. Okay, this is left, right, left, right. So in the previous case, this is old case, which is deadlocked case, and this is new method which we are proposing. Is simply both are S0, S1, S2, S3, S4, S1, S2, S3, S4, S0. So, so the deadlock is happening because all are picking left one. That's why value of all left one became 0, right? Due to preemption, right? Now let us understand in the same case, if all will choose, let us say philosopher 1 will choose left first, right second, in the same way left first, right second, left first, right second, left first, right second, only the one philosopher P4, last philosopher, will pick its right first. Right. So that means S0 will picked by picked first, and then S4 will be picked. See the diagram. The right of the SP4, right of the P4 is chopstick 0, which is S0. All will choose, all will select left first and right second. Only P4 will select right first and then left. Then we can solve the deadlock. How? Let us check. See, if it has picked left one, it has set it to 0, left one set it to 0, left one set it to 0, left one set it to 0. Now when the turn of P4 appears, it tries to access the right one, right? So the right one, it is sorry, this is the right one. So it wants to change, it wants to perform wait operation on S0, but S0 has already set to 0. That's why this process, this P4 will be blocked here. Okay, now if this process has been blocked by the system due to the S0, due to the value of S0, that means S4 will be unchanged. S4 will remain only 1, right? So after some time, when these out of these four processes, which has philosophers which has picked their left sticks only, tries to pick, let us check, let us P3 will try to pick right one, right? And what is the right chopstick of P3 is S4, and what it will get, it will get S4 as 1. That means it can perform wait operation on that. That means P4 can successfully execute these two both wait operations on that chopsticks left and right guys. So that means it can perform both the operations. That means it can go to the critical section, right? Once it came out of its critical section, it will release the value of it will release S4 and S3, S4 and S3. That means S3 became 1 now. As the S3 became 1, the waiting process P2 at the second wait operation here, here, here only, now allowed to enter its critical section, right? Because P2 is getting value of S3 now 1. That's why it can go to critical section, it can execute its critical section. That means it has terminated, it has terminated. Now when it came out of critical section, it will set value of S2 as 1. That means now P1 will get value of S2 as 1. So the critical section will be open for P1. That means it can go to the critical section, and after completing its critical section, it will update the value of, signal the value of S1, and update the value of S1 as 1. So which will open the gate for critical section of P0. That means it can also enter into the critical section, right? Once all these P1, P3, P1, P2, P3, P4 process has executed their critical section, what will happen? This P0 will set S0 to 1 by using this signal, right? As this signal appears, that means the blocked process can now perform. It will pick right one, that means it will execute wait on S3, S4, S0. That means it can perform wait successfully on S0 and S4 also. That means this process can also insert then this process can go to the critical section of that its critical section successfully, right? That's how the deadlock could be breaked and all the philosophers can eat one after another, right? So now you could understand only changing the working pattern of single philosopher could solve the problem of deadlock in our solution, right? So this was our solution for dining philosopher problem, which is a type of or representation of resource allocation problem, where we want that every process who wants to access some resources, and we are having limited number of resources, can perform their tasks using some optimized algorithm. Like we have given the solution in using semaphores, and we can provide the solution in the case of limited resources, right? So we have given the solution, and which were affected by deadlock, and how we solved it. We simply solved it by simply reversing the action of one philosopher. Like if there are 100 philosophers doing the same task, only one philosopher and 99 will follow the left right rule, but only one philosopher, either it will be first, second, third, fourth, any process, any number at any position philosopher, only one process, one philosopher or one process will change its path of action, right? Means if all 99s are following left right rule, then it will follow only right left rule. That means the code for that particular philosopher will be changed. This statement will come up and this statement will come down, right? So this is all for today. This was the last classical problem of synchronization we had to discuss, and we discussed it clearly. I think you got more point very clearly, and that's all for the day. Thank you guys.